When trading, traders keep close attention to the pip and the pipette. The pip is typically the fourth digit from the decimal point. The pipette is the fifth. When looking at the USD/JPY, the pip is the second digit, the pipette is the third. The market value calculation within for trading for profit and losses are based on the pip and the pipette. We're going to look today at margin levels, trade size, and how it all works out. I have a spreadsheet that I want to pull into the video. Okay. So let's look at what we have here. We have an example of the EUR/USD. Remember we talked about the ask and then the bid. What I did also was give a second example of a bid. Okay, so let's just pretend this is the ask and this is the bid, this is the ask and this is the bid. When looking at this example, one from the decimal point, four numbers, 1196, the 6 is the pip. And the bid right here, the fourth number, is the 5. That's the pip. So you have pip and pip. In this example, the spread is 1 pip. You can see that. There's 10 digits between the 64 and 54. Now, in the second example, the 64 and the 66, there's a 2 pipette spread. So to understand how this works, let's say for example, you bought the market at 64. You bought your price at 1.11964 and you exited at 0.11994. That would be 3 pips. Let's see how this calculates. Now, looking at the trade size in the market, for example, on a normal 50-to-1 leverage, and it doesn't matter at this point, this information. We're going to look at this information. So the trade size is 1,000. That's the smallest trade size. It's called a micro lot. And when a micro lot moves up or down, the pip value is 10 cents. So in this example, you would have made 30 cents. The mini lot, the trade size is 10,000. It's also called a mini lot. And the pip value is $1. In this example, you would have made $3. And here, 100,000 is called a standard lot. That's the highest trade size you can do. And the trade value is $10 a pip or $30. Very simple. Now, let's look at pipettes, for example, right here. Okay, right there. Let's just say you went from 64 to 66, 2 pipettes. Well, in this example, you would have made 2 cents on a micro, 20 cents on a mini, and $2 on a standard. So that's how you read the bid, the price using the pipettes using on the micro, the mini, and the standard lots. What we're going to do now is talk about leverage. Leverage is really important in the market. Similar to if you were to buy a house. Let's just say the house is $100,000 and you put $10,000 down on the house. You put a deposit, a margin of $10,000. You're leveraging $100,000. So that means if the house goes up 10%, the house will be worth $110,000. So your $10,000 invested leveraged a $100,000 home that went up $10,000 in value. Essentially, you earned 100% on your money. So similar to that, the Forex market has a much higher leverage a much more aggressive leverage. In the United States, 50 to 1 is considered a normal legal leverage that can be offered by a broker in the US. Brokers outside the US can offer much higher. But let's just start with basic leverage here. So there are brokers in the United States that offer 50 to 1, which is very low compared to what else other markets that are out there, other brokers that are out there outside the US. But I feel it's important that we do explain this. So to trade a micro lot right here, you're going to leverage $1,000 with a deposit of 20, similar to the house of 100,000, and you're putting down 10,000. And every time this moves up or down 1 pip, you make 10 cents, or every pipette, remember this, the 5th digit, you make a penny. Now, looking at the trade size of the next highest is the mini, and that leverage is $10,000, and at a 51 leverage, you only have to put $200 up in your account. So you have $200, you can leverage $10,000 in value, and every time a pip moves, it's $1, or a pipette moves 10 cents. And finally, we have the standard lot, where $100,000 at a 50 to 1 leverage is $2,000. We can also say that the deposit here is 2%, right? So 2% on 100,000 is 2,000, or 2% on 10,000 is 200. So however you look at it, you're putting a 2% deposit on $100,000, and you're leveraging all that money for just a little bit of deposit. Now, when the market moves up or down 1 pip, that's $10. A pipette is $1. Let's look at other leverage that the market's hold. There's brokers that offer 100 to 1, and I'm going to go up to 200. I'm not going to go past that because I think anything higher than that really is unnecessary. So to leverage $100,000 in cash in the market, you can put with 100 to 1 leverage, which means a 1% deposit, right? 1% deposit, $1,000 leverages $100,000. But same thing applies when it moves up or down 1 pip. So the pips stay the same, and pipettes, it's the deposit that's important. So here, this is considered a 100 to 1 leverage, or 1 to 100 leverage. If we look at the mini, $1,000 is controlled by $10. $10,000 is controlled by 100. Amazing leverage in the Forex market. Let's go to 200, and we won't go past that because there are much higher leverages out there. But again, I feel it's unnecessary. FX Choice is one of them that goes 200 to 1. So to leverage $1,000 in the market on a 200 times leverage, you only need $5. That means when the market moves up or down, you make 10 cents a pip. Looking at the higher leverage of 100,000 at a 200 times leverage, you deposit $500 and you make $10 for every pip. Now understand something. This is 1/2 of 1%, or 0.50%. So you're depositing 1/2 of 1% on 100,000, which is 500. So you are controlling, for example, the same as if you were to put 500 down on a house and the house moved up 10%, 10,000, right? You would have made 10,000 on a $500 deposit. So that's why trading offers high leverage and the ability to make magnificent money in the markets. On the flip side of the coin, there is risk in the markets and you can lose your money. So trade wisely and use the wise leverage. But that's how you use and understand margin, leverage, trade size, and how pips and pipettes are calculated. My name is Christopher Terry. I hope you found this video valuable.